busy it gets. So she said it earlier, but if you're just not hopping on, do us a favor. Keep yourself muted. We will have possibly a little bit of time at the end for questions. Sorry, responding to something. Type your questions in the chat. We're also going to be answering that. I told Krystle she's not allowed to look at the chat. So you'll get your answers from like Sandra or myself, but you guys just be respectful of the time here that we've taken out of the day. It is straight up 1 o'clock. And, you know, for about a couple of months, I've been thinking we need to do something like this company-wide, okay? Because the reason that my team is having the success that they are is because of who they are, okay? And we all have greatness in us. It just takes a little bit sometimes to figure out what that is. And what I've done in the past 15 months is stick around long enough to find the great people that I work with every single day. A lot of you are on this screen, and they're duplicating what I am doing. They're duplicating what we're doing. But what makes us strong, you guys, the most important thing is that we are a team. I don't do this by myself. I'm not just gathering customers alone, doing vendor events alone, doing in-person meetings alone. I'm not doing this by myself. I have just found these diamonds that are shining, okay? Because if you get enough people in the business, if you enroll enough people, you're eventually gonna come across people that you're gonna have to keep up with. How many of you want a problem that says, I've got to keep up with her before she passes me up? Yeah, right? Hands all over the screen. And if you don't want that problem, I don't know why you're here. So I don't have that as a problem. I see it as a great thing. When my team ranks up and, you know, Sandra got vice president after her first year, Teresa got vice president right after her, Krystle's working on it this month. When you see the people below you winning, you're like, okay, what are you doing? Let's come together. Let's share this. So for a couple of months, I've been sitting with this, praying about it, thinking about it, talked with Krystle. She said, let's do it. So I want you guys to know that our team, I called us the Miracle Workers way back when I started, because these patches have been a miracle for my baby sister. Okay, real quick on my story. She was diagnosed with a rare disease and it completely attacks her balance. All right. Newsflash, she's been wearing the Liberty patch for 14 months, as long as I've had it. And she can now run for the first time in her life. And she's 27 years old. So for 25 years, she wasn't able to do that. Don't we agree that that's a miracle? To me, that is a miracle, and God's hand is all over it. So I decided to name us the Miracle Workers. So what we're going to call these that we do for you guys this week and hopefully throughout the entire month of August is our goal with different topics. They're going to be called Miracle Moments. As you're out demoing people, you're putting that patch on them, you're creating miracle moments yourself. So I want you to be excited. I want you to know that this is a team thing. We are all under one hierarchy. And then we're under J, which is, you know, includes Vox Life and Super Patch and whatever else is to come. And we have people on our screen right now, you guys, that are from Europe. Melanie, I'm so excited to see you. And Melanie found Krystle through TikTok. And if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't have a lot of these people that we do. So lean in, get excited. Let me introduce you to who is going to lead us today. This young lady is from Minnesota, which I think is super cool because that's where our patches are made, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So don't you guys think that's fantastic? She's from Minnesota. She's been married for 17 years. She is a disabled mom of 5. Did you hear me say disabled? I almost want to say was disabled because I know the miracle this has done in her life. You guys, she's a success coach. She's a seasoned entrepreneur, and her goal in life is to help people be more successful than she is. And if anyone has proven that in this business, from what I've seen of her in the past, I don't know what, 4 months, 5 months? It's not been even 5 months, 4 months, I think today. Yeah, August 1st, congratulations. So she is absolutely in the business for helping others. And she's done over and above all of that. She loves to sing, so we're going to hold her to it. And she does random acts of kindness whenever she can. She sent me the sweetest birthday gift, you guys, literally the sweetest. Y'all, she got to director status in less than a month. That's a big deal. She is like queen of strategic placement. And if I kept her in a little box and did not introduce y'all to her, you would be missing out and you'd be very angry at me. And so all of your questions coming to me, all of the pressure to share, what does my team do? It's here. The day's here. August is the new month. It's the first of the month. We're excited. I love closing out a month. I love beginning a month. I love Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I love it because we live it out. So you guys, Krystle is building $1 million business right before our eyes. And we get to learn from her today. So get your notepads out, take notes. This is also going to be recorded. Thank you, Krystle, for doing that. And please help me welcome, clap your hands for our managing director, Krystle Greene. All right, Krystle, give us your tips and tricks. Let's go.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that warm welcome, you guys. I only paid her a few bucks to talk me up, so we're good.
Yeah, I'll send you my Venmo.
Yeah. Kari, I think what I'll do, because it's getting a little overwhelming already, we have about 54 people in the Zoom, is I think I'm just gonna, because I don't have any slides or anything like that, we're just gonna be looking at my face, you guys. I'm gonna just make you host if that's okay. And then that way you can keep welcoming them in. Will that be okay?
That's perfect. Do it. Let's go.
Let's go here. We'll do that really quick. Oh, you disappeared. Okay, just a sec. All right.
On here.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I am, first of all, like, thank you for whatever time of day it is for you that you're coming here and you're willing and ready to learn. You showing up right now tells me that you're ready to build your business. And for those of you who have been here for a while, hopefully I teach you something new. And you know, if you've been here for a while, maybe I just reaffirm something in your brain. If you haven't, this is going to help you to grow your business from here on out. And so today we're going to talk all about strategic placement. Okay. So one thing that I learned very quickly when coming into this business was that we have the ability to utilize strategic placement. And some of you may not know what strategic placement is. And so today, rather than throwing a bunch of numbers at you, I want to talk about why strategic placement. I want to talk about how to utilize it, why we utilize it, how it's going to build your team, how it's going to build a strong, firm structure so that your team continues to scale at a crazy level. Okay. So first we'll go in and we'll talk about what is strategy. Strategy is a plan of action or a policy designed to achieve a major or overall aim or goal. Okay. And so when we enter into something like this, or not enter in, okay, you guys, I had treatment today, so I'm just going to ask for, I don't know, like grace. Okay. And I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm just going to start again.
And you're not going to apologize. I'm going to pop in while she takes a breath. Something that I've taught my team is do not apologize for being who you are. When you mess up, when you make a mistake, yeah, everybody thumbs up, because you know what? She's the one talking in front of all of us today. We support her and we're here. We don't apologize for who we are. We are unapologetically genuine here. So Krystle, take your breath. Let's go. You got this.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so thank you. So what is strategic placement? And this is the best description I could possibly give to you, and I wrote it down, you guys. The ability to place personally enrolled associates within their first 30 days under another associate in your downline to aid in reaching promotions, volume requirements, and build overall morale. That to me is what strategic placement is. When I got into this company, I wanted to welcome everyone. I signed up April 1st. April 7th, I started sharing. That's the first day I put the patch on, and I had no idea what it was going to look like. I quickly just shared, like a lot of you are. I shared my experience, and I got a lot of like-minded people ready to change the world. I mean, it sounds cliche, but we really are out here making a huge difference. And so when I brought those people on, I quickly, you know, I had to learn the comp plan. Okay. And I don't mean numbers. I meant how to scale and grow as quickly as possible. And there was one thing that Steve said to me when I first got in, and it was, do whatever you have to get to that next promotion. That's when I asked him, how do I grow here? How do I, you know, succeed here? And so I very quickly learned that strategic placement is the way to go. The reason strategic placement is the best option for you when you're going to grow your business is because not everybody comes in here and is an Uber recruiter. Not every person that enters a business like this is someone that's done something like this before. And so when you utilize strategic placement, it allows you to build a strong, stable, growing organization with deeper legs and hitting promotions at like a faster pace. Okay. And the reason for that is, like I said, not every person that comes in here is going to be this uber recruiter. Not every person that comes in here is going to know, and it's not going to click to them right away. But when you've got someone or a team of leadership that is actively bringing people on because of experience, or they're out there sharing whatnot, to be able to utilize strategic placement helps build your team. And so the first thing I did is I looked at, what do I need to do to hit qualified associate? That's the first step, right? What do I need to do to hit qualified associate? And so I realized, okay, so myself, I need to be active. Number one, I needed to be active. Number two, I needed to find 2 more people that were active. And I needed to make sure that we all had 540 volume together. It sounds easy, but to many of you, that is an accomplishment in itself. To many of you, I have to convince 2 people to do what I'm doing. But when you're sharing the experience and you're working with your leadership team, and if you're not, I really strongly encourage you to, but when you're sharing that experience and you're sharing why it makes sense for someone like me, a disabled mom of 5, to join a company at a discounted rate, why did it make sense for me to join somewhere where I would save money? Right? Then when you have that right mindset and you switch to sharing that portion of things instead of here's how you make money here, to me, that just helps build a better business. So what does strategic placement help you? And I promise I'll get more than just reading my notes here, okay? But these are the foundations of what I found strategic placement is. It's the opportunity to support, encourage, and build a strong structure. I hope that you heard that. It's the opportunity to support, encourage, and build a strong structure. So if you're someone that's come in and you've been placed, or you're being placed, or you have placements, that means that your leadership is truly, genuinely, they see something in you, whether or not you're running, or you've stated that you want to run, or, we see it. I guess I don't know how to explain it. When someone shows up and they're like, I'm ready to share, and then they go mute, and you don't hear from them for a while, it's hard to know what they're doing. But then there's certain people that show up, and it's not about high sales, and it's not about recruiting the most people, but it's about a passion and a fire inside of them. And when you see that, you have to unlock that person. You have to allow that person to live into their potential. And that's, to me, what strategic placement does. It allows me to reward my runners. It allows me to acknowledge my rising stars. It allows me to help build leaders. Not create leaders, build leaders. It helps me to help people that are already here helping themselves. It allows super recruiters like myself the ability to build the teams and partner with other people that may not excel in recruiting, but may excel in other places, like sharing the passion for these products, showing up, doing lives, doing demos, sales, different aspects like that. Not one person is ever going to excel in all areas. And so building a structure of people that are essentially a community. That's what our team is. When we strategically place people within a community to help each other build, we're all carrying traits to help us succeed. The benefit with it, you still get enroller bonuses, you guys. I said I wouldn't talk too much about numbers because here's the truth. I started 4 months ago, and I had no idea until this morning how much I truly made on percentage of the people I enroll versus the people I place. I had no idea what the percentages that I get paid versus the people that join me and then join someone under me and so on and so forth, because it wasn't important to me. Because I knew that if I got a structured system, if I got a sound foundation for my team, that we would just grow, and the money and the income that we could earn here would just happen, because we're building other people to help them succeed. The biggest thing is that you're adding confidence to people when you're able to take someone. So for instance, and if you guys don't know what strategic placement is, maybe I should backstep just a little bit here. Strategic placement allows us the ability to move someone. So if I enroll Eileen today, I have 30 days, not a calendar month, 30 days from today to move her out of what we call my holding tank. The holding tank is where every new associate goes that you enroll. So each associate has their own holding tank, okay? And it starts from day 1. And so now if I've enrolled Eileen and she's sitting in my holding tank for the next 30 days, this is my time frame to look at my team and go, who is running, who is building, who is buildable? That is a question I want you to ask yourself and keep asking yourself as we go. I'll get back to that, but are you buildable? Are you buildable? So I look at Eileen and I go, okay, these are the traits that she has. And she's coming in gun ho. She's ready. She came in with a kit. Her kit is this much volume. This person is running. This person has like mindset and morals. They would make a good partnership. And so what I would then do is I would move Eileen from my holding tank to the person that's running, say Jay, and I would place her under Jay. It doesn't make her any less valuable. And instead, what it does actually is as it adds value to my team. To have a bunch of single people on my front line does not make sense. So if you've come in with the mindset, or you have people coming in with the mindset, and I have this often where they want to be on my front line, can I tell you that that's not the most valuable place for you to be? Because I've already consistently been building my structure that when people come in, I look at where they're most valued, not only for themselves, where I can help them grow, but into my team as well, where those people need to grow also. And so staying on your front line, if it's your best friend, if it's your mom, the best thing you could do, you guys, is to place them. Because not only you're going to build their morale and their confidence that, hey, she's building me next, but you're also going to build the morale of the people that you are placing under. Okay. And so what I do, there are a few things, like I said, it allows me to match associates with like mindsets and enables a community that we can all grow. In my chat, in my team, we are one. We lead as one. We may have different titles. I'm very thankful for the amount of promotions that we've had in such a short amount of time. Again, this is my 4th month right now today. And my team has 3 directors and many, many team leaders, lots and lots of qualified associates. And that comes from duplicating the system and making sure that each and every single one of us is building the ones that are buildable. Okay. And if you're here and you're on my team, I do want to take a side note real quick and say that if you haven't been built on and you were placed, it does not mean that you're not buildable. It does not mean that you don't provide value. It just means that we're getting there. And I, as one person, cannot be the only person to place everyone. And so it also allows you to build up to the comp plan quicker. You guys, we are not in competition with any one person, not with a person that comes in off the street, not with someone that's already been here for years. We are in competition with that comp plan. Okay, that is our competition. Each and every one of us should be looking at that comp plan and going, that's what I need to beat every single day. If you're here to build. If you're not here to build, you may be in the wrong Zoom. This Zoom is going to teach you how to build. Okay. It also allows me to do what I call unlocking potential in my downline. I have a lot of people that come in that have never been loved on, have never been praised, have never been acknowledged, have never felt worthy, have never had a leadership that stood by them or showed up like we have here. There's a lot of people here that don't know they're leaders yet. And so my job when they come in is to be very real about what their expectations are when they come in. And the reason I'm telling some of this to you is so that you don't go into your holding tank if you've got 10 people sitting in there and start placing wherever. Because again, it's called strategic placement. It means it has to make sense. It has to make sense to place someone under someone for you to continue to help them build. But it also has to make sense if I say sense one more time, if I were to place Jay and I'd say, okay, Jay, I'm building you this month, and Jay runs and does nothing. I mean, he sits quiet, he goes mute. Then all the people I just placed under Jay don't help Jay, and it doesn't help them any to grow. And so I'm always having real conversations with people that I'm building, as well as people that are expecting to be built, is that what do you need to do? Are you buildable? And so another thing that we get to do with strategic placement is we help people earn bonuses. You guys, it's not free. I wish we could say that we could smile and say, hey, I wear this patch and miraculously you earn $500. But the truth is it takes grit to truly build in anything sustainable in this business, especially. And so when you come in, if you're coming in with the mindset that my leader said she'd build me and I'm going to go right to the top, I promise you, if you don't plan to put in the work, you're going to stand still. Because if you're not someone that's buildable, if you're not someone that's actively working and actively showing up like all of you are right now, you know, I'm really thankful to see 64 people. I shouldn't have looked at that. But if you're someone that's actively showing up right now, that tells me I can build you. If you're someone that's learning the questions before you get into my inbox with 30 questions, if you're someone that's getting into the chats and welcoming people, if you're someone that's in the groups, if you're showing up to the meetings, if you're doing all those things, did you hear me say selling? Because I didn't. I never said if you're someone that's recruiting or if you're someone that's selling. I said that if you're showing up, that tells me you're buildable. That tells me that I can take and I can grow and I can entrust the people that I bring in here with you, right? And so, again, you know, those are just some things that strategic placement allows to help with. You know, you get to reward people for their efforts. You get to add value to people. And in this industry, what we do here is provide value. It's not about our technology. It's not about our comp plan. It's not about our leadership. It's about the value as a whole that we can provide to everyone. Okay. And so what I focus on when it comes to strategic placement is who is buildable. Here are some very key things that I talk to people about before they join. You heard me. Before they join. I let them know, here's the comp plan. This is the potential that you can do here. Here's the key points that you need to know. Am I an expert with the comp plan? No, I know a few people that are. But I am not an expert when it comes to the comp plan. I am a spirit-led woman and I say, Jesus, just let me win. And that's how we go. And that is it. Okay. But some people are very analytical. And so you need to be able to read it. We are so blessed that the company has literally listed all of that out in the back office under resources. And that's why today I'm not going to talk about numbers. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert in something I'm not, because at the end of the day, I don't care how much I'm getting paid. And I don't care how much commission I lose from placing someone, because I know that me strategically placing someone will inevitably build that person and help my team as a whole. Okay, so here are a few things that I say okay, yes, the checks are important, Kari. They're beautiful checks and my family is very gracious, but that is not the key reason, the main reason I'm here, okay?
I'll put my Venmo in the chat. I'm always looking for extra cash, Krystle.
I'm going to get to why it's essential to be able to monetize inevitably, but for my main goal and purpose, it truly is the fact that I want to help other people succeed and see them hitting promotions alongside of me in some months, even without me. And I know that's exactly how our leadership team feels here as well. And I couldn't be more grateful to be in that environment, because I've been in environments where people are like, let's just build my friends. Let's just build the people that come in and everybody else is a peon. And that's not what we have here. Truly, if you're showing up and you're running and you're buildable, then we truly will grow. So here are a few things that I tell people before they come in. And it's only gotten better. So if you've been here with me from the first, don't call me out in the chats, okay? You must be active when you join my team. Okay, now there are circumstances where people come in and they just buy the membership and it is what it is. And those are circumstances. And recently they've truly been far and few in between, because I've been very intentional about the conversations I'm having with people. Are you joining me for the discount and to be a glorified customer? Or are you joining me with the potential to share these products, share this technology, and truly grow in this business? Because if it's the latter and you're truly joining me so that you can grow, then what I need to see from you is I need to see you at least active. So that I always explain to people what that means, what the kits mean, what they get if they sign up with a kit. And if they're not going to sign up with a kit, how many packages I need them to order. And you guys, it's 3. It's not 2, it's 3. Okay, so we get it stuck in our mindset that we have to have a 90 PV auto ship, that when we're bringing people on, this has happened so many times, you're bringing someone on and they're not coming in with a kit, they're coming in with the membership and they're like, just get 2, just put 2 on auto ship. That does not make you active. I cannot build on you. And so, and I let people, that doesn't mean I can't build on you next month, but if you're coming in, you're wanting to learn now, you're ready to grow now, I need you ready now. And that would be 3 packs. I only get 30 days to move them. So keeping that in mind, when I'm bringing them on, does it make sense to move them right now. I try to move as many people as I can under whomever is ready, whomever is running. I try to do it, you know, obviously before the last week of the month, because come on, you guys. Okay. But you can only move them once. And so if I have a bunch of people that are, I'm building, and they're not active and they're not out there running, whatever that looks like for them, and they're not being buildable teammates, then I don't know that I can move that person. And there is truly a fear of mine to prematurely move someone and honestly do it so soon that it was the wrong move. There's nothing more important, nothing more frustrating, to me, than to force a position or force a promotion that's not a stable, sustainable structure. Because I don't want to have to do it as a leader another time next month. And so I'm very intentional about the people that I build. And I just want to say that very loudly and very clearly, because this is my business too. And when I structurally place someone, when I strategically place someone, it's solely because I want to help the next people grow along with that person. And so that's something to keep in mind as well when it comes to are you buildable? You know, I'm going to do a real quick brief on how to place one, because it can be really easily found in your back office, but I'm going to tell you anyway, in case you don't know. So get a pen out if you don't know. And I'm going to walk you through really quickly. It's only a few steps. You're going to log into your back office. You're going to go to organization. You're going to click strategic placement. It will bring you to your holding tank. If you've enrolled someone within the last 30 days, not a month, 30 days, you guys hear me out, okay? Learn the hard way. If you have enrolled someone within the last 30 days, all of those people will show up in your holding tank. What you'll then do is you'll type the sponsor ID, the placement sponsor ID. Now, who is the placement sponsor? The placement sponsor is whomever I'm placing that associate under. So if I'm placing someone under Kari, which isn't possible, she's in my upline, but we'll use her, under Kari, okay, then that means that I'm typing in or copying, pasting, whatever, Kari's associate ID in the top box, and whomever in the list, I'm clicking that person's name, the dot next to their name, then I'm hitting, you know, the person to be moved. I'm hitting enter, whatever the solution is back there. And then I'm confirming. If you do not confirm, it doesn't happen. Okay. So then I'm confirming. They're giving you a second to think. Am I prematurely placing this person? Is this person I'm placing under buildable? And I'll, you know, bank on Kari. So we're good. We placed. Okay. Once you do that, they're theirs. They're not theirs. They're theirs. Once you do that, they are now in their downline. They are on the tree. They're there. Okay. And truthfully, I hear some people that are like, but what if the numbers, what if I lose this percentage, and what if I do this, and what if I do that? And I'm going to tell you, first of all, you still earn, and again, I learned this for you, but you still earn the 11% enroller bonus, right? And you still earn a 4%, a level 11% enroller bonus and 4% level bonus if they stay within your first 5 legs. Okay, levels, excuse me. There are other bonuses that you can learn about. You guys, I'm not going to pretend to know them. I'm not going to do it, because I'll just get confused and I'll get flustered, and I'm real, right? Okay, so far, those are amazing reasons why you should build for someone. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about how I built. Now, should I ask questions? Should we wait? Kari, just nod.
Oh, we're waiting. You're on too much of fire for us to interrupt you. You keep going.
Okay, good. Okay, so when I came in, you guys, I was like, I knew my skill level. Okay, I've done this before, right? I'm not built to the top of a company. I've never had a team as big as I have right now, but I've helped successful leaders build to the top of their companies. And I've watched and I've learned, and one thing I listened to was, you get with the person who's the top dog and you go from there. Okay, so that's what I did when I got here. How do I meet Kari? How do I meet Steve? And then I started to learn Ken and Teresa and Sandra. And I'm like, whoa, these are an amazing leadership team. And I was so grateful. And like I said, Steve said one thing, and it was, you always do what you need to do to get to that next promotion. That's how you succeed through the comp plan. Okay, now you can come in, you can do amazing things just by selling and never recruiting. And I'm not supposed to be reading the chats. And you can do a whole lot of things. But if you want to build here, you have to be able to strategically place. You have to understand where to start. And so I told you, I started with qualified associate. That was my first step. I think I did it in like 2 days. Okay, I was like, how do I get these people right now? Then I went and I looked at team leader. That's the first bonus promotion, right? $500 if you get it within your first 3 months. And you guys, I'm only competing with myself, but man, I put up a hard fight. Okay. So every day I'm like, let's go. What can I do to be better? What can I do to hit that? These are the goals that I set forth for myself. And so I saw that in order to be team leader, I needed 2 more people to do what I did. I needed the people that came in and were my active associates for me to hit qualified to become qualified. And I quickly learned that in order to help them do it, I could strategically place to help them get there. So I started sharing, and I started sharing to them what I was doing. Now you bring in 3 people, you build another leg. Each time you build a leg, you place those people. When you place those people, you're essentially building that team leader right there. Okay. So in order to be a team leader, you need 3,000 in volume. You need 2 qualified associate legs, each with 540 volume, and all of them are active. Did you hear me when I said you have to be active? That's so important, you guys. And from a leader standpoint, as someone that's structurally building, strategically placing what feels like every single day, if you're not active till the 15th of the month or so, that does not, I mean, I get circumstances, but for the most part, that doesn't give me enough confidence to say if I place this person now, that person will be active later. I'm never banking on what could happen later. I need to visually see it in my back office, visually see it in my tree and go, oop, that person's super close. That person's active. This person needs this. And then I'm having conversations like, if I place someone with you, I'm expecting that you're going to show up and step in to what it means to be a leader for you, what skills you possess that'll help us grow as a whole. When I place someone, it does not mean that I'm letting them go. Okay, guys, stop. Not stop. I can't say stop. Do not enroll people, place them, and forget about them. Never expect someone to care about someone as much as you care about them when you bring them in. Even though we hope that that's the case, still be there, showing up and adding value for them. Every single day, you should be working those people. But you should be duplicating a system into your team that they know that your leaders are showing up just as much as you are. I recruit in 3s. Okay. So when I bring someone on, like I said, my goal is to build immediately qualified associate. If I can build someone as a qualified associate right now, I know that I can encourage them and give them that confidence boost to help them get to team leader. Now you might be thinking, well, I don't bring on 3 people a month, and that's okay. That's okay. But when you have a strong foundation of people that are all doing the same thing you are, that are working and duplicating a system that is literally foolproof, you guys, we have an incredible system here to duplicate. I think we're going to be talking about duplicating the system at some point here soon. And to be able to do that over and over and over again, that's how we win here. Okay. And so how do you bring someone on with the right mindset? How do you bring someone on so that you can explain to them, Kari, when I enroll you, I'm placing you under someone. Because a lot of people that, sorry, I'm not going to read that. Sorry, I shouldn't have read that. I'm sorry, Kari. I'm not sorry. Okay. A lot of people, when they come in, are like, well, I wasn't told that, or I wanted to stay on your front line and I wanted to do this. I wanted to be trained exclusively and so on. You can still have all of that, but I can't build you if you're super wide here and I can't build under you. Okay, so the first thing I do is I lay it all out. I have a conversation with people. It's a real conversation. I don't sugarcoat things. I don't pretend that we have things or offer things or go out of my pocket to incentivize certain things. I mean, unless I'm hosting like a sale or whatnot. But as far as when it comes to getting them on board and explaining to them, I explain the process. I let them know what what it means to be a strategic placement. I explain to them who I'm placing them under in some cases. Some cases I don't. Just know that if you're ever placed and it wasn't discussed with you, it was because we're building you. I let them know my expectations, and that's, you're going to get active. You're going to help build this team. You're going to work. You're going to get me in 3-way calls. We're going to have conversations. You're going to plan meetings. You're going to get me out to your place, and we're going to demo people. You're going to do demos. We're going to do one-on-one sessions. You're going to show up on time to that one-on-one session. You guys, if there's anything I've learned as a leader here, and I'm gonna throw this tidbit out here because it's something I never possessed or was given permission from my leadership team before. It's that I am allowed to set boundaries, and I am allowed to decide who gets my time, and that is everyone until you stop earning that. Okay. And so I have a family of 7. Okay. Like I have 5 kids. I'm still disabled. I'd like to pretend not, but there's some days like today or yesterday I'm in bed, and today where I had treatment that I got to take a day, and it's okay. And the reason it's okay is because I am duplicating myself and my techniques as a leader and my expectations as a leader into every single person that I bring onto my team. We lead as one here. We have amazing, incredible leaders that are within this foundation that do not even have titles yet. We lead as one here. Oh, I got chills. That was good. All right. We enable their growth. You're enabling someone's growth. You're unlocking their potential. You're showing them what they're capable of when you're placing people with people. You're showing people that I see you. I see you for the person that loves to be in nursing, the person that loves to read, the person that loves to do demos. And I found someone that's just like you, and I get to match make a little bit. And that's kind of what it feels like when you're strategically placing sometimes, that I get to match make a little bit. I get to go, hey, Kari, have you met Sandra? You two have this in common and you would run so well. I get to match make. The last thing that is the most important thing is teach them how. Teach them how to do what you're doing. And I don't mean you get into their inbox every single day begging them for an audience. I mean the people that are buildable and coming to you, showing up on time, showing up to the meeting, showing up to the things that they're capable of doing. Okay. Not the people that have to dip out of work. I get you. Okay. But if you're capable of showing up to these things, or everyone has a half hour, schedule a half-hour call. Okay. I need a one-on-one coaching session. I teach people how. Okay. And if I can't, the truth is, if I can't rely on you to show up on time, if I can't rely on you to be someone that's going to be active, to take this business seriously. Remember what I said earlier. If you're not interested in building a business here and you're just hoping to sell some tech, do it. But if you're truly wanting to grow, truly wanting placements, truly wanting to beat the comp plan, right? I need to know I can rely on you. Otherwise, I can't build on you. That means being active consistently every month. That means showing up and answering the calls. That means volunteering. That means doing demos. That means adding value where you can. Okay. Let's see. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I'm not missing. I have so much that I wrote, you guys. So much. I want to say a few things before I go on to the next step. I want to say, I asked a few of the people on my team that have recently enrolled, because I just recently enrolled, and have hit director status already. And I asked them each for a one-liner. If I had to ask you for one thing, a one-line statement about how or what it means for you so far being in Super Patch and getting to where you are, what is a motto you'd stand by? And these are a few that I got, and there's only 4, so don't worry. Only 4 is a big deal, by the way. In 4 months to have 4 directors, I'm telling you what, that is a huge deal, you guys. I was going to work this hard anyway, Tiffany Corpy said. I was going to work this hard anyway. I was going to put in this effort just as hard for somebody else to pay me a third of my freaking worth. A third of my worth. I was going to work this hard anyway. She got director in 2 months, you guys. 2 months. Decide what you deserve and settle for nothing less. Jenna Yurku said that. She got director in 2 months. This is someone that's never been able to have someone see her capabilities. These are people that have tried and failed and had it beat into their head that they weren't going to be able to succeed here. They got here and started running. Okay. She decided what she deserved. 2 months, you guys. Sana, director in 2 months. She just got it, you guys. You don't have to work hard when you're excited. You're in the flow and focused. And when you're grateful for this gift, Super Patch, everything goes by itself. Literally, when you are aligned, you guys, alignment is what that screams to me. When you are in a place where you feel aligned, it's not work. People are like, oh, you're working again? No, working is not having cell phone service for 2 weeks in the mountains. That's working, you guys. Working to me is not being able to get out there and patch people up. When I'm patching people up, that's not working. That's fulfilling me. I'm feeling enlightened. I feel like this is 100% where I'm supposed to be. I have goosebumps because it's so real. It's so real to me. 2 months it took her, director. Melly. Oh, Melly, I wasn't going to cry, you guys. Melly, director in 1 month. This woman, you guys, has shown up and she's duplicated me to a T. She came in and she said, what do I got to do to succeed here? This is someone that's never had a team, never had a chance at what she's doing here, you guys. She hit director in 1 month. 1 month. She said, sharing enthusiasm daily, supporting others and doing it simply and authentically, and growth cannot be stopped. And you guys, like, did you hear that? It can't be stopped. When you show up so authentically and so real and so full of purpose, things just happen. And she has brought in some of the most incredible team, some of the most incredible people to our team. And I can't wait to see the value that everyone as a whole goes. Yes, Kari.
Can we just mention that they don't even have a customer shopping cart yet, and they're filled on the Zoom. They're killing it. When we go to bed, they wake up. They have pushed through the growing pains. I'm loud because I'm excited, and I can hear this cat outside my door, so I don't want you to hear it. But you guys, they don't have what we have here in North America, in the UK. They are just running with just large kits that they had to wait 5 years for. Literally feels like 5 years, right, Patrick? Like, I'm exaggerating, but everything's falling into place and they are shining regardless. Oh my gosh, I cannot say enough about their potential and their drive and their certainty that they know the right place at the right time. Y'all, okay, Krystle, I digress, but it excites me every day. Okay, keep going.
She took the words out of my mouth, you guys. Okay. Like, I just want to take a moment we hit 70 strong over in Germany last night. I think we're probably over now. And that came from pure excitement, passion, and a push for a belief in something they hadn't even had in their hands yet. And that to me was it's just incredible. And I do want to say something. I do want to touch base real quick because I know that there's a lot of people on here that were here before strategic placement. Okay. And I want you to know that this is not a disadvantage. This isn't well, she's got this. So yeah, this right now is an opportunity for you to continue to grow for generations down within your organization. This isn't I missed my promotion, I missed my bonus opportunity. This is how do I help someone else achieve that so that we can continue to grow? And I fully acknowledge people that were here prior to my time that had to build manually and truly have that grit and push through. And I am so appreciative of all the work you guys put in so that we can get to a place now, because I know that there had to have been some words out there, Jay, hear me, we need something. I'm so grateful that you guys were loud enough to allow us this opportunity now to be able to strategically place people. Because this is truly, to me, this is the only way to grow within this organization. There is not one person I know that's capable of building an entire legacy by themselves. I'm sorry, there's not. This is all about community. And so then again, I ask you, are you buildable? Let's go back to that question. Because for a couple minutes, I want to talk about what it means to be buildable to me. When I'm looking at people to place, when I'm looking within my organization of who needs where, who needs what, I need to talk to leaders that are also enrolling. It's not just me placing, you guys. I had a gal come in and she reached team leader in an hour last week. Did you hear me? We were set up enough to have a gal come in last week and hit team leader in an hour last week within our team. Drop that mic, Kari. Okay. And I don't say that to like be like, oh, she didn't put any effort, because she was showing value before she signed up. And so what I did then is when that person came within, I talked to the leadership that needed that placement. It wasn't specifically that person coming in that was promised a placement or promised a position. It just happened because we were structurally set up to a point where we had people in our holding tank. We knew what we needed to do, and we did it as a team. So it wasn't any one leader working that strategic placement. It was multiple people placing within our organization to help that. I was quiet about it. I was quiet about the promptness of her promotion. Not because she didn't deserve it, not because she didn't specifically earn it, because she was still recruiting people herself, you guys. She came in. A lot of times when I get people enrolled, we get people on the phone right away. Right away. You just signed up. Who can we call now? Who are your 3 people we can call? Get on the phone right now, get them signed up, because I know you've been talking about it since you were patched up, right? Okay. And so I was quiet for a moment and I reflected on that a bit, and I thought, why? And I thought there may be people that are upset that have been here a little longer that haven't received a placement yet. And then I asked myself, and this is a hard question to ask yourself when you're bringing in friends and family and people that mean so much to you. But I had to ask, are they buildable? Are they someone that I trust giving this enrollment to? Are they someone that I can trust will show up? Are they someone that I can trust to add value to the person? Are they someone that's going to show up just like I am? Not just like I am, but just like they can, right? Because we're all building this differently. And so if you're not showing up each month and getting active, I shouldn't say this, but I don't care about autoship if you're active within the first few days. Autoship is great. It saves us. It allows us to get active for cheaper. But in reality, this is the only business I've ever been a part of that was like, hey, just pay for the products you're using anyway, and you'll be active. Because in reality, we're not asking you to pay for yourself to get active. We're just saying, hey, buy the products you were going to buy at discount anyway. Right. And so sorry, I just lost track of thought. I look at, are they active each month? I look at, are they vocal? Are they showing up how they can be? Are they asking questions? Are they doing demos? And it doesn't have to be every single check mark. It doesn't have to be every single check mark, but you have to be running. In order to be buildable, you have to be here. You have to be ready to grow this business. You have to have grit. You have to be willing to work just as hard as you were going to work somewhere else. You have to be willing to put your nose down and just go. Don't be afraid of the nose. We have a tech that's proven 100% of the time. You have no reason to be afraid of the nose. Okay. And when I get people, I had someone that did a demo, and she's like, I think I did it wrong. And I said, you sure did. Let me teach you. And we got on camera and I taught her, because she got a gash in her arm and everything. It was awful. And I was just like, listen, this is a tech that works 100% of the time. Let me prove it. And I did it on video, because I'm not going to settle for someone to down talk my product. Okay. So anyway, are you buildable? Are you someone that's showing up going, must be nice? Because must be nice is not a mindset that I have. I have worked too hard to come from bedridden, walker, wheelchair bound, to being this loud math girl, not math. I'm not good at math, you guys. Loud mouthed girl on social media, sharing my passion. There is no must be nice. It's just people that show up with true grit, that are ready. So if you have people that are sitting in your holding tank and you don't know what to do with them, you have leadership here that's willing to help you. If they're not sure, they'll ask their leadership, and you'll hit one of us, right? And there's people within your structure, within your foundation that get this, maybe even more than you do. This is where real conversations come into play. And so I don't know. I think I touched base. I'm just kind of circling now. Okay. So I think I touched base on pretty much what strategic placement is, the easy process of how to do it. If you want to know numbers and such, you have a comp plan for that. I mean that in love. And now I'll just open the floor for questions. Yeah.
So listen, the questions are going to be short. Okay. I've been answering some in the chat. So if you do have something, it's literally got to be like 40 seconds because we have an action item at the end. But Krystle, thank you so much for your value. You guys, if you have something that you absolutely did not hear, okay, that was not answered, and you've just been dying to ask us about strategic placement, raise your hand. We'll unmute you real quick. 40 seconds, honestly, because we got to keep this on everybody's time. That value is important. Anybody? Alicia, go.
Hi guys. So I don't know if you know this answer either. So I had a new enrollee, but an old enrollee from previous company, Vox Life, re-sign up last month, but she's not in my strategic placement right now. And she just signed up last week, actually. So do you know if...
Did you personally enroll her?
Yep.
And did it come up as notice of a previous email or anything like that?
Yeah, I got it all.
Okay, so
I didn't know if old enrollees don't qualify
to me,
for
that would not be a thing. I haven't dealt, Alicia, with someone who was in the company and then their time ran out and they're renewing. So I would absolutely submit a ticket right away and find out that way, because that's not an area that we've touched yet. We've only had new to the business so far.
Okay.
Good question.
Thank you.
Anybody else have a question about strategic placement, holding tank? You know, how busy Krystle is. Just kidding. Krystle, you made everything so clear, and it's so obvious that what you're doing here is absolutely working. So I hope you all found value. Again, our time is free, right? But when you think about how much you're worth, and we know how much we're worth, my friends know how much I'm worth to the time that they get. So you guys just be so appreciative of what the time that she took out to do. But we're not getting off here without you doing something. So don't start jumping off just quite yet. Listen, I need you to do what my entire team does. And when we don't know the answer to something, be it a Facebook reel, how to make a TikTok, how to be a friend to someone, you can literally use this little tool that we've had for years and years and years. It's called Google. And I want you to do this one quick thing. Okay. Go to Google on your phone right now. Even if you're watching your Zoom from your phone, go to Google. Take all these steps. You'll be so glad you did, because another way that we are building is through online. I talk to a lot of people that tell me, this can't be done online. Oh, but it can. Had I not posted on TikTok, had we not talked about what we've done, we would not have found, Ken was in someone's spam box, you guys. He was in Teresa's spam mail or whatever in Messenger on Facebook. Like, really? And then Krystle found him. So does social media work? Absolutely. Is it a free platform? Absolutely. If you're not using it, you are already like years behind. So make the change today. And that starts maybe for some of you right now, right here. Go to Google. We're doing it together. Sandra, I need you to put this name in the chat. You're going to Google interactive, if I can spell, interactive post for Facebook. Okay. When you do that, there should be tons and tons and tons of pictures. Like I have one that says, slow down Sunday. How are you relaxing today? Make today so awesome. Yesterday gets jealous. Wait, don't use that one. Here's one. It says, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? Magical Monday. Share something that helps you feel magical when you're feeling down. Name one thing from your childhood that kids these days wouldn't understand. Okay, so if you look, there are so many on there, and you can just click, just images just to see it. I hope you all know how to Google and you're using your technology, because Thank God we're not trying to get people to stand on insoles. Sherry Lynn, I see your face, and I know you were here when it was insoles, and you're like, hey, take off your shoes, stand on this insole, let me do the demo. And people did it, but they looked at me kind of funny. And then y'all, I would take these insoles with me in my purse, and they would get gritty. Talk about grit, Krystle. They would get gross. And I was like, these are in my purse. I touch these every day. Like, oh my gosh. And then some people take these socks off and put my socks on. And so I couldn't be so much thankful that you guys, we have a patch. Nobody touched my shoes. Nobody, I don't got to touch their feet. I'm unsticking a sticker that we all have known how to use since we were toddlers, putting it on their arm and changing things, which you guys keep up with technology. It's what we're a part of, right? So go Google that. I want you to do this. I want you to screenshot. Okay. I'm looking for one right now. Oh, I like this one. It says, finish this sentence. Life would be boring without ... And then what's going to happen? So you take your phone, screenshot it. Don't post it like that. Wait, there's more steps. After you've screenshot it, go to your photos. Okay. This is real simple, basic 101, run your social media so it doesn't run you. Take out, edit your photo. If you don't know how to do that, Google, how do I edit my photos? You're welcome. Okay. We are self-learning people in our community here. So once you have that picture, what am I going to do with it? Krystle, that's really funny that you got kicked off of your own Zoom. Welcome back. Take your picture, go to your Facebook. Everybody's doing this right now. I expect to see all of these. Oh, Sandra, I see yours right now. It just popped up on my thing. You're like 5 steps ahead of me. Go in there like you're going to make a post on your Facebook, because I know you're all on Facebook. I see you. Okay. Click on that photo. Don't do anything else. That's all you do. Okay. Post it. We're not done. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I'm glad that the 59 of you are still on, 58. So now that's on your Facebook profile. You go immediately into the comments and put your answer to yours. Okay. This is your living room. Your Facebook profile is your living room. When people come into it, what are they going to see? I hope they see the real you. I have been in some houses and met some people, and I was like, I can't video this because there's not even a place for me to sit down right here. But if you're someone, honestly, I was talking about this with my team. If you're someone that needs to do a cleanup project, I'm saying that as nice as I can. Like if you looked at my closet right now, I just can't seem to figure it out. So I should take a picture of before, and then I don't know, wait one second. Take this pack of patches and say, this is going to help me get that job done. Because we all know the focus patch is intentional focus. Be real, be real, be real. As real as you can. People do not want fake. I think somewhere they banned even putting filters on stuff. Now, you won't catch me not posting a picture with the filter because I love them, okay? Like, I probably get the plastic surgery with that extra filter. I like it. I do, okay? That's me. But you want to be real. So go in your comments. Mine says, finish this sentence. Life would be boring without. So here's what you do. You type, life would be boring without. No, you're not going to type that. That's too much work. I'm just going to put, it would be boring without, I'm going to say super patches just because it would. I wouldn't meet all of you people. And then watch the magic happen. Okay. There's this crazy thing about online. People love to give their opinions. How many of you can be real honest and say you love to give your opinion? Like, honestly, don't you? Be honest. If you're not raising your hand, it's because you're lying right now. You need to go put a kick it patch on and work on that. Listen, people love to be honest and give their opinion. So they're going to comment their opinion. When they do, you're going to react to it with a heart. Hey, listen, side note, big side note, thumbs up are a thing of the past. When you thumbs up someone, it's like you're like middle fingering them. I'm not kidding. Like, it's like, blah. Yeah, J-Body. I saw your eyes go, woo. So it's a heart. You've got to heart it. And then you got to comment on whatever they say. And then last step. And then we got to get out of here because Krystle paid for the cheap version of Zoom. It's only for an hour. I'm just kidding, Krystle. She's going to make more money. So listen, after you heart it and comment, I want you to go to that person's page Okay, whoever comments, go to their profile page on Facebook. Find a post that you can comment or ask a specific question. Like, for instance, if you look at my background, there's like a candle right there. You could be like, where did you find that lampshade? Well, how can I get that candle? Find something specific to ask, okay? Once you do that, go in their inbox and just be like, hey, how are you doing? Long time no see. Start a genuine conversation and just see where it goes. The number one thing that will get you success here is if you are not weird. Do not be weird. Got it? Be normal. Your online status is a living room. How would you treat me if I came to your house? Treat everybody like that. Do not go in their inbox and say, hey, I've got a sale going on, blah, 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 blah. No, you just be normal and everything will turn out great. Krystle, fantastic job today. We got to get out of here because these people have jobs to get back to and stuff to do and people to patch up. But you guys unmute, give her your accolades, and have a fantastic day. We will have another one of these this week. I will let you know about it in my Super Patch business.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. It was awesome. Appreciate it, Krystle.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Krystle.
Have a great day, guys.
Everyone have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Yes, enjoyed it.
Bye, you guys.
Oh.
Take care.
Bye,
Take
Miss
care.
Kari.
ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know where they are.